Hey guys, welcome back to another ride. It's official. We received 12.5.4 on my Model Y Hardware 4, and we're gonna go for a drive and test it out. We also got Smart Summon, actual Smart Summon, and we'll check that out as well. Probably not on this drive, but I'll do some testing in some parking lots before I brave to something like a Costco parking lot. All right, let's roll. Getting an interesting message here. Please pull down on the stalk to engage FSD. That's something new in this update, I believe. All right, let's get to our spot here. Let's go. All right, big long pause here. This is 12.5.4. Let's go, come on. All right, we are going downhill. Let's see how it does. Speeds up downhill. Will it slow down? Oh my gosh, it does. It slows down for the speed bump here. So the speed bump has been fixed. That's amazing. Downhill speed bump has been fixed. That's awesome. Good stop here at the stop sign. Very comfortable. Very similar to the previous version. Yeah, we're coming up to our next speed bump here. Good slow down. So I can't believe it slowed down pretty quick, but very comfortable for that speed bump to about 6 miles an hour for us to cross over it. Fantastic. All right, good. It properly goes by that sign, doesn't slow down, because you shouldn't really stop there on the exit. There's nothing going on. All right, let's see how it handles the speed limits on this road once we make a right. So right now we're going 15 miles an hour. And we've had issues with the speed limit here on the right. And if you hear any noise, that's like a humming noise, that's my battery preconditioning, because we're going to a charger. Okay, so this is still an issue. Looks like it is going 15 miles an hour. So I'm gonna disengage. Not selecting proper speed limit. Should be 35 on this road. It's using speed limit from the road prior to the turn. And I'm gonna push it forward. Okay. We should be around 35 here. There's a sign coming up here. 35 miles an hour. I should pick that up any second now. There we go. I'll let go of the throttle. It's slowing down for the railroad tracks. A little bit slower than the previous version. The previous version will go over around 25, 26 miles an hour. This one slowed down all the way to 17. A bit slow on this road too. The previous version would be driving about 38 and the 35. This one's doing a 35, a 34 and the 35. So I'm just gonna push it a little bit because I got some cars behind me. All right, but so far the smoothness is still there. We'll see how it does on this traffic light here, how it comes to a complete stop. But so far it feels like the smoothness is there, so it's definitely progressing forward, learning all these little things. All right, we have red light, but we have right on red here. Very good slow down. Come on, don't be shy. Okay, it's waiting for these cars that are going. We could have went, honestly. We had plenty of time. But he made the cautious decision of waiting for traffic. And we're going to be waiting a long time now. Yeah, there's no opening that I see yet that it could squeeze into. It is just hanging out. I don't know if it's going to hang out. Now we got a car blocking our view. Is it going to move up? All right, yeah, it's thinking about moving up. All right, and moved up to see traffic. All right, we have a big opening. We should go. All right, there we go. Awesome execution. I could have gone a lot sooner, but it executed pretty well. If for some reason the eye tracking is not on, very interesting. I don't have the little green dot up here. Ah, there we go. The green dot's back. Maybe I was looking left too long. Good slowdown here. All right, we are going around the slower traffic, which is forcing us to pre-stage into the left lane about 0.3 miles away for our exit here. So far, so good. Very impressed by this version. Let's see how it does on this exit. Alright, there's not a lot of room for us here. Oh, great slowdown here. Very comfortable. And it goes right into the center of the lane. In the last video, I showed you this exact exit with 12.5.1.5 on hardware 3. And it was shooting so close to that yellow line. It almost felt like you were gonna go onto the grass, but then it would just turn back into the lane. This was very human-like, very comfortable. All right, let's go. Good job, Tesla team, doing an amazing work here. Lots of improvements. I'm gonna have to test that exit with no cars around me to see if it pre-stages in advance. Keeping a good distance from the cars. It's still like the visualization distance seems a lot further from the car than the distance you have in real life, kind of, based on like my eye. All right, that guy was slowing down for no reason. I guess it happens to humans too. Just slow down for no reason and then kept going. So FSD did the same thing. It was really good. And as soon as he started moving forward, we started moving forward. Oh my gosh, this guy has no idea where he's going. That was a bit of an abrupt step for somebody turning like that. A little rougher than I would like. It's not like a head snap and stop or anything, but it was definitely a little bit rougher than it could have been, because we had plenty of room to coast behind him. But he did not turn his blinker on until he was already making the turn, so I'm not sure what the point is of the blinker if you're already making the turn. Good speed here, 42 and a 35. That's kind of what I would be driving on this road. Yeah, so some exciting additions in this version. We're supposed to have usability with sunglasses. So I borrowed some shades from my dad. I'll put them on, and let's see if it's gonna nag me at all. We're rolling downhill here. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm wearing my fancy shades here. So far, so good. Still got the green dot. Alright, we should be picking up the 50 mile an hour speed limit here. Good. And we should be accelerating. But we're not. Not accelerating for a higher speed limit. Had to push the car to 50 too. Alright. So we got that marked for them. So none of the disengagements that I have are safety critical. I'm just training the system to, get the improvements required. And so So far so good in the glasses. It's working really well. The dot is green. I'm not getting nagged about anything. So the FSD monitoring system, eye monitoring system, it works with glasses. It's awesome. I'm not a big fan of glasses, sunglasses, so, and we don't need them today. It's a nice cloudy day, which also helps record nice footage. Alright, and then some of the other features is the music app changed from streaming to Live One. I'm not sure what the difference is and why that changed, but you know, the icon looks a little bit different. As for the layout and everything, that seems to be all the same. So we can cross that off the list. And I did get Action Smart Summon, and I'll have to test it out. I'll need some additional cameras, but based on the videos that I saw, it works really well, even in busy parking lots. Good slowdown here for this exit, very comfortable. Got a yield sign here, we don't need to stop. Okay, good. It's just like a little bit of a rolling stop for the yield. A little bit slower than I would have done it, but that's okay. Good acceleration here to 65 to match the traffic. We do have a Volvo on the left of us, but they're gonna let us in. I really don't like that it waits till the last minute here on this exit, on this entrance. It just waits till the last minute to pop out. It should just try to emerge as soon as it can to avoid any kind of, you know, getting stuck on the shoulder or something. But we are back on the highway stack here. I'm gonna bump it up to 72 for my max speed. There's really nobody around me. I'm glad we're moving over because in about 2 miles, that lane becomes an exit only lane, and I'm not sure if the car knows that, but there's nobody around us to force us to move over, so it almost feels like it's pre-staging to continue forward instead of exiting on this lane. Just very excited because earlier pre-stages are definitely way more comfortable than trying to shoot for those exits last minute as previous versions. It's keeping good highway speed, and it's picking up the correct speed limit, which is 65. There are some signs for 50 miles an hour for the work zone, and it's ignoring them. That's interesting because it was picking them up before. Its previous version was picking them up as 50 miles an hour, but still driving the correct speed that I'm setting. This version is actually picking up the correct road speed for this road. We got another 50 mile an hour speed limit in the work zone, and it's still sticking to 65. Wow. Okay, so maybe it's somehow sorting out these signs because they have signs above them. Okay, out of nowhere we had the windshield wiper come on. Oh wow, we got lots of schmutz here on this window. Let's just try to clear it off here. That's one thing that I don't like about these, the way that the windshield is designed, is that because of aerodynamics, I think they try to make these transitions from the glass to the pillar here nice and round, and it lets all this water spray onto the window and just come down onto this driver's side window, and there's just crap on it all the time. I hate it. Alright, we got some traffic coming into our lane here from the right. No issues at all. Here we go. Here's the interesting part. Now this is some work equipment here on the left. some cones and stuff and a 50-mile-an-hour sign, and the speed still did not budge. And we also have solid white lines, which in New Jersey you're not supposed to cross them. So we'll see if it tries to shift out of the white lines for any reasons. So BMW came kind of close to us. Okay, it is trying to make a turn. Yes. All right, so it's still turning on the solid white, which is really not supposed to do. But for some reason, every version so far has done that for me. It doesn't make any sense because that lane in front of us is moving way quicker, and this guy's in here moving way slower. All right, we got another 50-mile-an-hour speed limit with the work zone sign on top, which it does ignore, which is the correct move in this situation. It should only slow down if there's actual road work happening, which there isn't. And as you can see, all the traffic around us is also traveling the same speed we are. So the car is doing the correct thing, in my opinion. Or I could be wrong. Leave some comments below if you think it should pick up the 50-mile-an-hour signs and then act accordingly. But if it does that in my case here, it would create certainly a uncomfortable situation for everyone else on the road, because I'll be going 15, 20 miles under where I should be if I'm going 50 on this road when there's no construction happening. So far, very comfortable ride. I'm not sure if I can't really tell if it's more comfortable than the previous version, 12.5.1.3 for me. I missed out all the versions in between, so I didn't get to experience those. There was a couple of releases there, but I'm glad that everything kind of came in one package. It was only like a week and a half later. So I'm kind of glad that everything came in one package, and I'm sure that they tried out a bunch of different versions and decided that this one is more appropriate to go wide, because I don't get any like early releases or anything as far as I can tell. Basically, there's definitely like all the OGs, they get them well in advance of everybody else. Sometimes it's a couple days, sometimes it's like a week. This version's very solid. It might be good enough to do the wife test on. I'm gonna have to see if my wife's ready for that. Hopefully she's gonna get over her fears, because she's been riding in the car along with me on FSD. Like every drive I take, I'm always on FSD, and I only drive when I have to drive. So even if I'm not recording, any drive I do is always on FSD, unless the car, is stuck somewhere and I'm having to take over. Other than that, I'm basically on FSD the whole time. At first she was a little sketched out by that idea, but I did show her the numbers from Tesla that it is safer than me driving myself. And now that the smoothness is where it's at, like, I don't think she even notices that I'm not driving, honestly. She's like in the passenger seat, like doing makeup and stuff like she normally does. On 12.3.6, when I first got the car, it had some unexpected turns, and that really freaked her out. So she was kind of unsure about the system, but we'll see if she'll be brave enough to get behind the wheel. Alright, we're coming up to my work exit here, and usually this thing tries to run off the road basically, and then catches itself on this highway stack. So I'm not sure how my changes are on the highway stack. It is pre-staging nice and early, 0.7 miles away, which usually did not do that. It'd be like 0.2, 0.1. So it is pre-staging early, which is awesome. Very comfortable. And we are coming up to the exit. I hope the shadow mode is running on the car now and I get to experience a good slowdown here. Okay. Alright, choosing right fork to stay on the road. Alright, it still shoots me off the road and corrects itself, but it actually gives you a message which I have not seen before. So the message kind of explaining what it's doing. So it said something like choosing the fork to stay on route, which is definitely for the robo taxis to let people know what's going on. That is so cool. I'm glad they're putting these little messages in there and kind of just notifying the rider of what's going on. That's super helpful. They should do more of that. Like, I know it could be a little distracting to pop stuff up on the screen, but the car is doing so much driving at this point that I think it's okay to start like giving it slight explanations during the drive of what the car is doing to kind of put the passengers at ease, basically. Very excited about that feature. Normally to go to the office, I make a right, but today we're going to a supercharger, which is like 2 minutes away from the office. Get some juice. And actually, that I wonder if the smart summon will work in that parking lot, because it is kind of part of the roadway. So what I did discover is that the smart summon doesn't actually work on regular roads. So if you're trying to move the vehicle from like one parking lot to another and it has to go out onto like the road that's mapped on the map, it's just going to stop in the driveway and it's not going to go. And I'll demonstrate that once I do some of my testing. But that's just, you know, locked by Tesla, basically. It's not because it can't do it, because obviously it can't, because it drives itself on the roads every day for me. But it's something that they have locked for now, basically, because they don't trust the system fully to work properly without like direct line of sight from you. And they tell you that in the notes, like when you have to turn on actual smart summon in the menu. And they basically give you a whole disclaimer saying that, you know, you're responsible for whatever happens with the car while it's on smart summon, and they recommend that you have a line of sight. It's stacking up for the wrong turn here, just like the Tesla in front of us. Okay, so we are gonna take this turn. Very unsure about it. I'm gonna have to take over because we got oncoming traffic. Yeah, it's stacked up for the wrong turn. It should have stacked up for the next left, and it has done that correctly in the previous version, so it definitely got confused here and I had to take over. And now it's just going all the way around. It could have taken that right there, would have been a little bit quicker, but for some reason it doesn't know about it. Fantastic. How we doing? Just turn on a blinker. Alright, we have really good distance from the curb here. Nothing to worry about. Okay, coming up to some stop signs here. Yeah, it would definitely be a lot easier if I just took the correct left, because it would take a left and a right and we would be at the supercharger. But now we got this roundabout way. Gets a bit close to these cars, like that's my feeling. All right, good stop sign here. We should move through. Nobody's coming. Good distance from the curb here. That all works really well. And we are at the supercharger. I'm gonna take over here. Just pick a spot, something far away from everyone. Auto park works really well on this version. It seems to be like slightly faster, and the visualizations are different instead of getting the actual like tire lines, you get this like solid gray space for the front and the back to see where your tires are going to be. All right, we made it. I'm going to plug myself in. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified when the next video comes out. Take care of yourself, your family, and have a great day.